Hello, my name is Eric, and I hope you join me for a leg day on upright Bowflexes, the XCEED, the Xtreme, and the PR 3000. Now, today's video is going to be 30 sets long, but it's actually kind of like 15 because every set is only going to be on one leg at a time. Now, this routine is going to be great for both building strength and flexibility, but it's also great for balance, agility, mobility, and injury prevention. So if anything in that list sounds good to you, it all sounds good to me. Well, I hope you join me for this routine, and I hope you give this video a like. That always helps me out too. So today's routine, we are going to be working out to this clock, 35 seconds of work intervals, and our rest intervals are going to kind of vary between 15 and 25 seconds depending on our position and where what our next lift is. So another thing is I'm going to be using these ankle straps to clip in directly onto my machine. Now, I would recommend anybody doing this workout use these straps as well. They only run about $10 or $12 on Amazon. Now, I picked up mine as part of a elastic band upgrade, which I'll have a video about how you can add resistance to your machine with elastic bands, hopefully pretty soon. And the bands I found that I really like, they also come with this leg strap, only run about 25 bucks. So kind of get a 2-for-1 if you pick up these bands. This inexpensive resistance that you get through elastic bands on this machine is incredible. You can also do this routine with the out-of-the-box handles where you kind of open up this here and then you can shove your foot through it and then kind of tighten it up. Now, you're not going to get as good of a connection and as much control when you use these handles. So really recommend these ankle straps. I'll have links to that stuff in the description. So another piece of gear we're going to need though is either a yoga mat or a towel or something, because we're going to be lying on the ground for our last set. It's going to be a leg pull to crunch motion. So I've got a yoga mat here. And I also have a chair that I'm going to be using, and we're going to need this chair because some of these exercises you're going to need really good balance, or it's just going to help you isolate the particular muscle group that we're working on. So get yourself a nice sturdy chair, and we are going to start off with a warm-up, and then we're going to rack up our machine and then get into leg day. Let's start off with some high knees. Bring those knees up to your hands, maybe a little bit less than shoulder height, and just alternate back and forth. We're just trying to get our body warm here, the blood flowing, and our legs nice and loose. So this is kind of the warm-up, and then we're going to get into the stretch in just a moment. But high knees is actually going to be one of our exercises today, except not quite the same. We're going to be strapping some weight onto our ankles and then doing some high knees. Get a little bit of that Bowflex resistance incorporated. All right, so next we are going to move into some body weight squats. So stick your arms out in front of you, and then you're going to drop down and then raise up. Now go as low as feels comfortable to you, and use your hands out in front of you for balance. And another thing too, try not to go way inwards and have your knees out in front like this. You kind of want your knees almost to be as straight up and down as they can go, or your shins to be that way. Get nice and loose in those hips. And all right, now let's move into some knee pulls and ankle spins. So for this, you're gonna pull your knee up towards your body, and you can hang on to something because you're on one leg, and then you're going to rotate your ankle around, get it nice and loose. Spin your foot around, and you're also kind of pulling, stretching out your glutes and your hamstrings at the same time here. All right, we're going to switch sides now, and again, you can hold on to the machine if you need to. And we're also going to spin those ankles. All right, so next we're going to move into actually a yoga pose here called the warrior. So for this, you're going to get in a lunge position. You're going to have one knee kind of out in front of you and the other slowly lower it towards the ground. And then we're going to raise our hands up above our head and just lean forward. And you should feel a nice stretch in your quads here and also the quad or the knee that's on the ground. Now let's raise it up. And we're going to switch sides and do it again. And then lift those hands up. We're just going to hold it for another 6-7 seconds. All right, raise up out of it. Keep your hips or your legs out wide. And then we're going to do side squats and go side to side here. We just want to lower down on each side. This is great for loosening up your hips and your quads. All right, now let's reach down in between our feet here. Keep them out nice and wide. It's good for your back. And finally, let's stand up here and we're gonna do leg pulls, one leg at a time. Just like this here, you're loosening up your knee and your quads. Also your ankle a little bit here. And now let's switch sides. All right, so before we rack up our power rods, let's talk our pulley position. So my top set of pulleys here, second most wide position, and then the bottom set of pulleys are in the narrowest position that I have. So power rods and weight setting, I am going to rack up 100 pounds of power rods, and that's why I call the heavy weight setting. A medium weight setting, I would go with 50 pounds, and a lightweight setting, I would go with 30 pounds. So there is going to be multiple opportunities throughout today's routine to adjust our weight setting, and I will be doing that too because some of these lifts require different amounts of weight. So let me put on my 100 pounds on both sides. And then we're going to use the chair right away here. So let me grab my chair, and I'm going to put it about 4 feet away or so from my machine. And now I'm going to just sit down on my machine, clip in my ankle straps and clip onto it. I like having mine nice and tight, not cutting off circulation, but pretty firm, so I feel stable and in control. And now we are going to kind of walk away from the machine. Now I've got my straps on both sides of my body, and then I'm going to lean over on this chair, and then I am just going to raise up that ankle up towards my midsection pretty much until I can't pull any further. And we're going to do this for 35 seconds. And you don't necessarily need to have both of your feet already locked in or strapped in. I kind of like this because it helps me move from one exercise to the next really quickly. And speaking of quickly, we only have 15 seconds before our next exercise. So same exercise except the other side of the body. So let me kind of waddle over to my chair and we're going to go again. And for a little bit more challenge, you can slowly release the weight back and let it slowly contract. All right, so we've got a little bit more time here, and we're just going to slide back to our machine now, and we're going to sit down, and now we're going to do some one leg leg extensions. And so for this, you can kind of straddle the bottom of the machine here, and then you're just going to kick one leg out in front of you. All right, team, let's go. 35 seconds. We're going to do a total of 6 leg extensions, 3 on each side in this routine today. And I kind of like this exercise here, where we're not using, the leg extension attachment. It's going to force our body to use a lot more stabilization to stay in control here. which is great for our knees. And just mobility and injury prevention. So 15 seconds, because we're just going to now move into the left leg here. Now let's kick it out. All right, nice. So I'm now going to unstrap my left ankle here. And now I'm going to move out to this chair that I placed out here earlier. And now I'm going to go into some hip adduction. So I'm going to put my left hand on the chair here. And then I'm going to bring my right leg in towards my body in a nice controlled fashion. And try to stand up nice and tall here. Do a nice controlled squeeze as you bring it in, and do a nice controlled release as you let your leg pull back towards the Bowflex. Control is the name of the game here. Now after this set, keep your right foot clipped in, because we're going to do another set of leg extension. So let's bring ourselves back to the tower, and we're going to sit down. We're going to do one more set of leg extensions. Same leg you just did. Let's extend it out. You got 10 more seconds. Now after this set, you're going to unstrap this leg and then strap in your other leg. All right, not a lot of time here. If you're a few seconds behind, that's okay. So we're going to strap in our other leg. And now I'm going to head out to this chair again. And now I'm going to bring my leg in towards my midsection here with hip adduction. All right, stay connected, and we're going to be doing a set of leg extensions here. And then we're going to rotate back through the 3 exercises we just did. So first off, leg extension though, here we go. Extend it out. Fifteen more seconds, you can do it. All right, attach your other leg, leave that one in place. And then we are gonna do another set of high knees where we're leaning over this chair here. Again, if you're a couple seconds behind, that's all right. You can shave 5 or 6 seconds off this. The speed of this routine is really to get a nice cardio effect in here too, not just resistance training. All right, nice. So we're just going to switch to our other leg now, and we're going to do some more high knees. You can keep them both strapped in. All right, let's go. All right, now back to the tower. We're going to be sitting on the bench here, or in the seat, and we're just going to do some leg extensions one at a time. All right, let's go. Extend. So our last set of leg extensions, just got to do both sides. For added difficulty, hold your foot out, straight out, at full extension, and then slowly retract. All right, 15 seconds, and then we're switching sides here. All right, let's go, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Extend on out. We're almost to halftime. We're going to do 2 sets of hip adduction after this, and then we're at halftime, where we'll have over a minute break to grab some water and adjust our weight setting. All right, so we're going to detach our left leg now, and we're going to get in position for some hip adduction, and that's where you pull the weight in towards your body. So I'm balancing on my chair again, and then I'm going to just pull that weight in. All right, let's adduct. It sounds bad, adduct. Like we're gonna go adduct somebody. Is that the right word? I don't know. Adduct those hips. Let's go, everybody. 15 more seconds. All right, now let's switch sides here. Get your other leg all strapped in. Now let's get away from our machine. And we are going to pull that weight in. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so we have a minute and 15 seconds here. I recommend you grab a drink of water. And we're also going to adjust our weight setting here. I had to restart halftime because I needed a bit more time to rack up our resistance and also demo our next exercise, which is called the Glute Kickback. So even before I add resistance, let me demo what that's going to look like. So I've got my chair here, and I'm going to put it kind of underneath this, the arm of the Bowflex here, but not too far back that my power rods are running into it. The next thing I'm going to do, and again, I'm not doing any weight right now, is I'm going to lean forward, and I have my forearms on the chair, and then I am going to kick out my leg behind me just like this. And as you do this, you want to make sure your back is flat and not kind of like arched, because that could cause extra strain in kind of your lower back. And so if you feel like your ribs are pointing out, then you are kind of in the wrong position. So for weight setting, I'm going to rack up 30 pounds. And that doesn't sound like much, especially because I'm coming down from 100. You could do 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 10 pounds. Really what's very important with this one is your form and your technique. So I'm going to be facing away from my tower here, and I'm going to clip in my right leg on the right side, and now I'm going to just spin around, and now I have my left leg in front of the plate here, and now I can lean forward on this chair, and now I can extend my leg out like this. Now, I know the proper way to do this involves a little bit of a kick in the leg here with a bent knee. I like keeping mine straight out, and that's because the Bowflex's cables are just a little too short to really do the full range of motion. And so leaning forward like this gets me the best range of motion. So as you kick out, also take your foot out a little bit wide as well. Instead of going straight back, you want to go out away from your body just a little bit. All right, nice. So we're going to take just a short break here, and we're going to do the same side of the body, exact same motion again with that glute kickback. All right, let's get in position. Again, I got my forearms on the chair here, and now I'm going to extend out. Now, I know my form on this might not be perfect. My range of motion for my hips still could be better. So if you can kick up further, or you have a better technique, that is great. All right, let's switch sides now. So I'm going to unstrap, and I'm going to move this chair around to the other side. And now I'm going to clip in. And now let's go ahead and get in position here for another set. Like I said, my range of motion on this is not, and form is not perfect. I'm going to have some links in the description that talk more about technique and form for this. For me, though, this is the best I can do, even at this weight setting here. And I didn't want to not put out a video for you guys because of my personal limitations, because we're all getting stronger together. So, got another set of this kickback here. Backing out. This is another one too, where if you go nice and slow, you could even more difficulty. Trying to slowly swing your leg back in towards your body. All right, so now we have a minute here where we can unstrap our leg, and we're going to move our chair kind of out in front of us again about 3.5, 4 feet away from the machine. From here then, I am going to up my resistance. I'm going back up to 50 pounds from 30. So if that felt like a lot of weight to you, maybe you might want to keep the weight setting. Otherwise, I would recommend upping it just a little bit for our next exercise here, and that is going to be our hip extension. So for this, I'm now going to clip my leg that's furthest away from the tower here, and I'm going to step out. Now I like having one leg kind of resting against the plate here, and actually I don't need my chair here, and now I'm going to just kick out just like this. All right, with some hip extensions, here we go, everybody. Now we're going to do a total of 6 sets of hip extension. This is one of my favorite lifts here. We're just going to stay in control, spread it out wide, and you can also even be standing on this plate too if you'd like. Now you can actually leave your other foot clipped in as we strap in our other leg. And now here we go. In 5 seconds, we're just going to extend on out again. Now let's go. Extend those hips. And one thing I like about hip extensions are you get a reminder, especially right after you're done, of your work that day. If you find yourself going up some stairs after this workout, or if you're stepping over anything, you get a, like, oh, geez, it's a little, tougher to lift my leg up. And that's a good sign, you know. All right, let's extend here. I always kind of like a soreness or a little reminder that I got a good workout in today or yesterday or a couple days ago. And this exercise here is not just good for your hips and your flexibility, but also strengthen up your knees. As your knee kind of ends up, the fulcrum. Here we go. These sure get tough near the end. You got this set and another. And then we get into our final set of the leg pulls to crunches. It's a favorite exercise of mine. All right, nice. You got a little time here. Rest it up and get ready for this final set of hip extension. Get secure against this machine. Get ready. Let's get our head into it. We want to finish out strong here. Stay in control. You got this. All right, one more set of hip extensions. Spin it around one last time. All right, let's extend it out wide. You got 10 more seconds, and we have another 1 minute break. Nice. All right, so let's unstrap our legs here. And you can grab some water if you need it. Let me adjust my camera downward just a tiny bit. All right then, so for our last lift, we're going to take our yoga mat and we're going to lay it out in front of our machine. I like having mine about 1.5 feet or so away from the base of the Bowflex. And now I'm going to sit down on the mat and I'm going to put on or wrap the strap around the top of my foot, kind of over the shoe here. And I'm going to do it on both sides. And this is going to set us up for a leg pull. So for a leg pull, you just be lying flat down here, and then you pull the weight up and towards you. Now, you can add in either a sit-up or a crunch with that. And that's what I might be doing is a leg pull to sit up here. And so right now I'm just pulling with the left side, and we'll be switching in a moment. And for a crunch, you don't have to go up as far. But while I got the sit up in me, I'm going to do it. All right, so we got a nice little 20-second rest here, and now we're just going to be doing the same thing other side. And we're just going to alternate back and forth. Total of 6 sets of this leg pull to crunch. Now normally I can't do a full 6 sets of sit-ups like this, so you'll see me move into a crunch soon enough. Challenge yourself though, and finish strong. Just 4 sets to go. All right, let's get in position. Now this exercise really hits the lower abs and the glutes together. It's kind of a nasty combination. Really difficult. I think though it's probably my favorite ab exercise for the Bowflex. You just gotta get on the ground for it though. All right, let's go. And if you can't do any more sit-ups, just do the leg pulls. Actually go sit up to crunch. And if you can't do more crunches, that's when you go to just the leg pull. We just got 2 more sets, and that is it. And you'll have knocked out 30 sets for your legs. Great for burning calories, but also improving your flexibility and your joint health. Just 15 seconds left. All right, you got 1 set left. Give me all you got. I'm going to try doing sit-ups again. If you've been just doing leg pulls, give me all the crunches you can do. Just 30 seconds more work. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you go. You've done it. 30 sets of work for your legs and your core. Great job, everybody. Don't forget to rack up your power rods and remove them from tension. And if you enjoyed this workout, as always, please give it a like and comment below. Those things really help me out. And, let me know what you thought of today's routine. Is this the type of stuff you want to see? So, as always, thank you for watching. Be good to yourself and be good to others.